In your endorsement speech for Donald Trump, you said that Trump, quote, promises peace, specifically in the Middle East and Gaza.
I haven't claimed that President Trump is a saint or infallible.
With respect, he is openly supporting the genocide in Gaza.
Okay.
Are you being conned, Imam?
I'm shocked that you did not even see why did we endorse him.
As an Imam,
Yes.
are you okay endorsing a candidate who was found liable for rape?
In the end of the day, we're not going to agree with him on everything that he did. He's 78 years old.
He literally said, Islam hates us. You're okay voting for a guy who's going to ban people from coming from your country?
Mehdi, the Democratic Party, they have to understand. They took us for granted. They said, oh, listen, don't worry about the Muslims. They're going to vote for us. Now they understand that, no. I mean, we're not in your pockets.
Why do you not think he's just exploiting you for votes? He's using you, is he not? Why do you not see that? Are you not being a little naive with the greatest respect? If you're a regular viewer of this show, you know it's no secret that Muslim Americans, Arab Americans are deeply divided when it comes to the US presidential race. Nowhere is that more true than in Michigan, a crucial swing state where Muslim and Arab voters could determine the fate of American democracy, either by staying home or voting for Green Party candidate Jill Stein over their understandable objection to the Biden-Harris administration's blind support for Israel's war on Gaza. I mean, I'm as mad as they are. There's a lot to be mad about when it comes to Democratic Party support for Gaza. But what if some of these Muslim and Arab voters protest vote, not for Jill Stein, but for Donald Trump? No way, right? Well, despite perhaps being America's leading Islamophobe, the Republican presidential candidate is shamelessly attempting to seize on that Gaza anger and bring Muslim and Arab voters over into his court. And this past weekend, shockingly, he got a big win when a group of what's been described as Muslim community leaders in Michigan gave Trump a raving endorsement at his campaign rally in that swing state. Just take a listen.
We as Muslims stand with President Trump because he promises peace. He promised to end war in the Middle East and Ukraine. We support Donald J. Trump for his commitment to promoting family values. We as Muslims support this man because we believe that he will be a president for all Americans, embracing every race, color, and religion. And we agree with President Trump that anyone who wants to come to this country is welcome, but he has to do that through legal pathway. He promises peace, not war.
Peace? Family values? Welcoming foreigners? I mean, even Trump himself looks a bit confused when he says all that. Nevertheless, those are not the only Muslims rallying around Trump this election cycle. A recent YouGov poll shows that Trump is currently leading Harris, leading her by 2 points among Arab American voters, with Trump and Harris being tied on the question of who would be better for the Middle East. Joining me now to discuss why he and some other Muslim and Arab voters are branding Donald J. Trump as the quote-unquote peace candidate is none other than the man who gave Donald Trump that rosy endorsement on Saturday, Belal Alzuhairi, the Yemeni-American imam for the Great Mosque in Hamtramck, Michigan. Thank you for joining me on Mehdi Unfiltered. Appreciate you taking time out. Imam Belal, were you surprised to find yourself up on stage in front of all those people endorsing Donald Trump for president? Have you voted Republican before?
Well, Mehdi, thank you for having me. Mehdi, let me start by saying that what you saw on stage wasn't the beginning. The moment was the result of meetings and serious discussions we had earlier that day, where we came to an agreement on key points. And if I may ask, because I think we agreed that this will be a discussion, have you seen the video of the private meeting where we laid out these 5 points that we agreed with President Donald Trump?
I saw some of it. I'm sure our viewers didn't. Briefly tell us what were the 5 points.
Okay, so we focused on 5 key points, things that we believe are critical for the future of our country, our community, and even the world. President Trump did not just hear these points; he fully acknowledged and committed to each one of them. So what happened on stage, Mehdi, was really a public acknowledgement of this, I would say, historical agreement.
Imam,
And,
because time
to
is
answer your
short,
question-
just briefly tell us what are the 5 points, just briefly for our viewers, so we can keep going.
So Mehdi, and allow me to say this. I mean, I'm surprised that you did not see the video, and yet on X you posted that this is madness. I don't know based on what you judged that all of me and my colleagues, all of these imams that endorsed Donald Trump, that this is madness, and also you reposted some of the posts that were attacking us personally. So I'm surprised because, you know,
because hold on. If you're going to bring up my post, that was about your speech, and we played your speech to the viewers before it began. In your endorsement speech for Donald Trump, you said that Trump, quote, promises peace, specifically in the Middle East and Gaza. This is a man who, when he was president, gave Israel whatever it wanted. He moved the embassy to Jerusalem. He legalized the illegal annexation of the Golan Heights. Since the genocide began in Gaza, he said he would let Israel, quote, finish the job. He's told Netanyahu, quote, do what you have to do. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner, has said that Israel should expel Palestinians into the desert. So I do believe it is madness to say that Donald Trump promises peace when he doesn't promise peace. It was a reference to your specific claim. But you can tell us why you think. That's why I've invited you on the show. You tell us why you think Donald Trump is promising peace in the Middle East when he's saying otherwise.
Okay, so the 5 points. The reason why I really thought that it would be a better idea that you have the full picture, because if you did not see the video, if you did not see the video and the agreement and the points that we agreed, President Donald Trump and also these imams, and you just show the people the fruit or the outcome, and the endorsement. I think here the picture is
Imam, you still haven't told our viewers what the 5 points are.
Yes. So the 5 points are: number one, to end the war in the Middle East, especially in Gaza, and also to end the war in the Ukraine. That's number one. And we think this is crucial. This is very important. And because we as Muslims, I went as an imam and we approached him as an imam. And we think that, the religion of Islam is all about peace. And this is what I said in the video.
So we got number one. I'm just going to hurry you along because we won't have time to do an interview. Just tell us what 2, 3, 4, 5 are.
Okay. Number two is that he promised, or actually, we demanded that that he will protect the family values, especially when it comes to curriculums and school, which he made that clearly in his speeches and also in his meeting, the meetings that he has privately or publicly, and also number three, that he will include Muslims. That he will be inclusive, and he will include Muslims in his cabinet. He will include Muslims in his administration. That's number three. Number four is that he will he will fight Islamophobia. And number five, I think, and number five, we mentioned things that we agree with the rest of the American people. To have a strong economy and to have also strong borders.
So you made the points. So everyone's heard. Those are the points. They're very admirable points to put forward. But let's just deal with the substance of the biggest one, the war. How can you say he's a peace candidate or believe he wants peace when he has not called for a ceasefire? He has not called for restrictions on arms sales. He said the exact opposite. He says Netanyahu should be killing more people with less restrictions. Let's have a listen to what Trump says publicly, not what he promises you privately. Have a listen to what Donald Trump said the other day. Can we play the clip?
He's doing a good job. Biden is trying to hold him back. He probably should be doing the opposite, actually. I'm glad that Bibi decided to do what he had to do.
So Trump is saying that after 42,000 deaths in Gaza, 16,000 kids killed, Biden has held Netanyahu back, and he shouldn't have held him back, that he's encouraging Netanyahu not to listen to any restraining words from Biden, and that he's praising Netanyahu for what he did. And this is the man you're endorsing as the peace candidate? I don't get it.
Okay, look, Mehdi, I haven't claimed that President Trump is a saint or infallible.
No, you claimed he's a peace candidate. So let's just talk about that. How is he the peace candidate?
Hold on. That's why he said, and even in my endorsement, I said, we as Muslims, I was talking about my colleagues on stage and also those people who trust us and those people that we represent, which are many, by the way. And we said that we are with him because he promises peace. And today, by the way, he posted that he will work. When it comes to Lebanon, he will do everything that
with respect, Imam. With respect, Imam, you keep saying he promised this. This is Donald Trump,
Yes.
a man who's lied for 9 years. He's broken every promise he's ever made. He told coal miners he would save the coal mines. He didn't save the coal mines.
Okay.
He told people at the border he would build a wall and Mexico, and Mexico would pay for it. So I'm just wondering, are you being conned, Imam? You're just believing anything he says.
What is the other? Listen, what is the other party offering?
I'm not here to defend the other party. You don't have to vote for the Democrats either. I'm just wondering why you're...
Let me finish, please.
You could vote for Jill Stein, Imam. You could vote for Jill Stein.
Hold on. Your stance and your position, your stance and your position now from Donald Trump is based on
9 years of watching him say and do things.
Hold on. Assumptions and speculations.
No, it's not. With respect, Imam, it's not speculation. This is what Rudy Giuliani, Trump's very good friend and lawyer, said the day after. This is the day after you endorsed him. You endorsed him on Saturday. Let's listen to what Giuliani said on Sunday. Can we play the clip?
Hamas is not there for us. Iran is not there for us. They want to kill us. And the Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years old. They won't let a Palestinian in Jordan. They won't let a Palestinian in Egypt. And Harris wants to bring them to you.
So the day after you endorse him, at his own rally, one of his closest allies is making racist remarks about Palestinians, saying we shouldn't let them in. They're all terrorists. They're taught to hate it too. Do you not feel a little bit conned?
But if you please, can you at least give me a chance to respond to your questions? Okay. What I'm saying is this: is Trump responsible for each and every statement that is made by anyone that endorsed him? So is he now responsible for everything that I say? If I say something now controversial, for example,
is responsible for what's said at a rally of his. Yes, he is.
No. I said in a rally of his, I said things. Does he agree with everything? Do we agree with everything? Mehdi, please. I never claimed that he is infallible. I never claimed that he is a saint. I never gave him a blank check. I see him as a leader who, in our discussions, committed to supporting values that matter deeply in our community. This endorsement is about those specific
but you're not dealing with the contradictions, Imam. This is why I'm not disputing you went in good faith and you got. Hold on. Can I finish my question and then you can answer? Can I finish my question and then you can answer?
Yes.
I'm not questioning your good faith or good intentions in going to him to try and get something good for the community. I'm questioning why you believe him when he says this stuff to you in private, given it's not speculation, Imam. He says Joe Biden's a Palestinian. Chuck Schumer is a Palestinian. His lawyer says Palestinians are terrorists. Trump says Netanyahu's doing a great job. So, with respect, he is openly supporting the genocide in Gaza, while you're saying he's the peace candidate.
The other option that we have now, we're talking about words versus actions. Whatever you mentioned is valid, and I don't agree. And I don't agree with the statements that you just mentioned. But in the other side. Listen, the other side, there's actions. You're talking about the other side that I think that you're insinuating that we should be in the other camp.
No, I'm not saying that at all. In fact, I know a lot of Muslims. I know a lot of Muslims in Michigan, where you are, who are going to stay at home. They're going to vote for Jill Stein. I get that. What I don't get is why you would believe Donald Trump, who says Palestinians, he treats them like terrorists, talks about them pejoratively. He supports Netanyahu, and you keep saying it's speculation. It's not, Imam. The entire Republican Party. Can I finish a sentence? The entire Republican Party has voted to send weapons to Netanyahu. They have said Democrats are too soft on Palestine. They want to be more pro-Israel, more pro-genocide. In fact, Imam, you know that Netanyahu's own ministers, like Itamar Ben-Gvir, say they want Trump. So you want Trump and they want Trump.
So both of us, do we want Trump for the same reason?
Is that what you're saying? I think that he wants him for. I think he wants him for. Well, I'm answering your question. You asked me a question.
Mehdi, please. You've done a damage on me and also on my colleagues, the imams and those who support us. When you said this is madness, and you reposted people that attacked us personally, and now, and to be honest with you, I'm shocked that you did not even see why did we endorse him.
I understand why you endorsed him. He made you promises, and I'm questioning why you believe him. You say, for example, hold on. I've got to be able to ask a question. With respect, Imam, you said the 5 points. I let you read out the 5 points. One of the points was Islamophobia. I think you said one of the points was to fight Islamophobia.
Yes.
Donald Trump is
Yes.
the most Islamophobic politician I've ever come across in my life. He literally said, Islam hates us. He incited hatred against Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, the only two Muslim women in Congress. They have to have 24/7 bodyguards because of what Donald Trump said about them. In what world do you believe he is anti-Islamophobia? He's the greatest purveyor of Islamophobia.
Okay. Listen, when it comes to politics, you know, politics is to get what is possible, you know, to build interest, to have something in common. So he called us. By the way, he invited us over to sit with him and to talk with him and to have a discussion, and he listened to us attentively, and we gave him these points, and he agreed to them. Now we have two options. Listen, I don't. Maybe your idea is both options are not good, but I'm telling you, there's two options. One option is inviting us. One option is listening to us, is giving us, is lending, you know, extending his hand to us, and he's listening to our concerns and also our aspirations. The other party, they're not listening to us. And let me say something.
Imam, I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with the Democrats are not listening. 100% I agree. Can we agree? We agree the Democrats are not listening. But that doesn't mean that he's listening to you. Why do you not think he's just exploiting you for votes? He's using you, is he not? Why do you not see that? Are you not being a little naive with the greatest respect?
Politics is all about interest, all about common interest. You give me something, I give you something. We give him endorsement.
He's not going to stop being an Islamophobe because you vote for him, I can assure you.
How do you know that? How do you know that? Do you know now? Do you know the unseen? You know now the alim of ghaib or something? Come on, man. This is politics. It's all.
So you think Donald Trump is now pro-Muslim and pro-Islam because he had a meeting with you?
I'm not saying he's pro-Muslims, but I think what you're trying to say now is you know, we have two options, right? We have two options. We have.
You're saying Trump is the lesser of the two evils. Is that what you're saying to me? In your view?
Some of the imams will put it that way. And
okay, yeah, you said earlier that I'm engaging in speculation. You just said kind of alim al-ghaib, an unseen world. It's not speculation. We saw what he did in office. When he was in office, he didn't just support the oppression of the Palestinians. He supported the Saudi-led war in Yemen, which I believe is a country you're from. He oversaw its deadliest, most violent. It started under Obama, but he oversaw its deadliest, most violent year, 2018. Tens of thousands of innocent Yemenis were killed. A school bus in Yemen famously was blown up, 40 children killed by a US-made bomb. Less than a year later, Congress tried to stop the war. Trump refused. He bypassed Congress. He gave Saudi Arabia and MBS more weapons to kill Yemenis with. You are a Yemeni American. How do you vote for someone who has so much Yemeni blood on his hands?
You know, Mehdi, with all the due respect, I think that you know, and I've watched your shows over and over. I think you think that Yemen is only Houthis. You have a problem, my friend.
I didn't say a word about the Houthis. I said he blew up a bus of children.
Can I finish? Listen.
Well, please don't put words in my mouth. I didn't mention the Houthis. I said he supported the war in Yemen.
I'm not defending him. Mehdi, come on, man. If you think that anyone who endorses anyone, that means he agrees with everything that he did and everything that he will do.
With respect, that's not what I said. I said I did not say you agree with everything he said. You said peace candidate. I'm only going on your words, Imam. You said he's a peace candidate. I'm saying he oversaw the war in Yemen, your country of origin.
You're not allowing me. You already made your point on X that we are mad people.
Please speak, but don't put words in my mouth. I won't put words in yours. I didn't mention Houthis.
Okay. No, but you're saying no. But this is what's happening. Even you said one time, I think you said one time that if Trump wins in the presidency, this is what's going to happen also in Yemen. I'm telling you, 90% of the Yemeni people, they're not with the Houthis. I don't know what's your view on Houthis and all of that, but they're not with them. So you, for example,
with respect, when Trump was president, I'm not talking about the Houthis. I didn't invite you to have a debate about the Houthis. Under Trump, do you deny that there was a massive humanitarian crisis in Yemen?
You said you are a Yemeni.
Yes,
no,
and I'm not dividing you into Sunni, Shia, Houthi, non-Houthi. I'm saying Yemen suffered massively under Trump and MBS. So please do not tell me that this is hypothetical. I watched Trump as president send weapons to a horrible war in which children died at record rates. You call him the peace candidate. How?
And the Muslim countries, including Yemen, they were living in bliss in the time of Obama. And
I
now
never said that. This is all straw man. I'm asking about Trump. I'm not asking you to endorse Obama. You endorsed Trump as the peace candidate.
We
I
have
invited you
two
here to explain
options.
to me how he's the peace candidate. On Palestine, you say you trust him, even though there's no evidence he supports peace in Palestine. And on Yemen, you're now saying it's all the fault of the Houthis. Trump didn't do anything wrong sending weapons to kill kids.
Okay. Now, listen, we have two options, right? But we agree on that. We have two options. You know, with Jill and all of that, there's, you know, to be honest with you, that's something, maybe me and you, we have a mutual understanding, you know, that, I mean, with Jill, she doesn't have a chance. But we have two options now. This is the reality. This is the reality, that we have two options. Now, let me explain to you, please, Mehdi. And you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very eloquent. Now, we have two options. One option is inviting us. He's saying, I want to hear you. I want to hear your concerns. What is it that you want to see? So we went there. We said, these are the 5 points. He said, I agree 100% with you. The other party, he's kicking Muslims out from the rally. Did she ever sit with any Muslims? I'm telling you, if she can agree on one of the, listen, if she can agree at least on the second point, which is to protect our children in school when it comes to curriculums, and not, for example, and not try to instill in their minds, you know, concepts that are beyond their years and beyond their comprehension.
I will come back to that point in one moment, but just sticking what you said about listening. I agree with you. The Democrats should be listening to Muslims.
Okay.
It's outrageous. They threw the Muslim out of the rally. I just want to deal with the point you made about the Muslim. They did throw a Muslim activist out of the rally. But you're supporting a guy who proudly, publicly says that he's going to ban Muslims from Yemen, your country, from coming in, from Iraq, from Syria. That's what he's going to do. You're okay with that?
Okay. No, I'm not. I'm not okay with that. I'm okay with the 5 points that he agreed. You know,
But you're okay with him banning people coming in from Yemen? Just checking. You're not going to oppose him on that.
What?
You're okay voting for a guy who's going to ban people from coming from your country?
So you know, I'm afraid that even my endorsement, you did not listen to my.
I watched every word of your speech on stage.
Okay.
You didn't mention Muslim ban. You didn't mention his support for Netanyahu.
Let me finish. I said that we agree with President Trump. This is an agreement that anyone from Yemen, from anywhere, can come to this country, but it has to be through legal pathways. This is the agreement. Listen, you know.
But he doesn't agree with you. With respect, he doesn't agree with you. The Muslim ban was the Muslim ban. Hold on. The Muslim ban was to ban students. No, hold on. The Muslim ban prevented people from coming in legally as students, as tourists. It was a blanket ban on people from those countries. You know this. Let's not misrepresent what it was.
Okay. Do you believe that during his term that no one from Yemen came?
I'm saying, yes, I'm saying thousands of Yemenis who tried to come. I met people whose families were split apart.
Yes.
Children couldn't come in. Spouses couldn't come in.
I asked you a question.
They made exceptions. Of course, there's an exception to every rule. But there was a general rule prohibiting travel from several Muslim majority countries.
You know, listen, Mehdi, wallahi, I'm not defending him. But why do you think he did that?
Because he's an Islamophobe, Imam. He says Islam hates us. Why did he say Islam hates us? You tell me. Why did he say Islam hates us? Why did he say that?
Okay. But now he says Muslims want peace, and Muslims, I love them. They're lovely people.
Because he wants your votes. I don't understand. Look, we're running out of time. You keep wanting to bring up family values. You keep mentioning the family values. I do have a question about family values to you.
There's 2 points that I want to make.
Please.
2 points I want to make. Thank you. Okay. So the first of which, Mehdi, you said something which I believe is very important. You said on your letter, which you read on your show to Harris, you said, if you lose Michigan, do not blame the Muslims, blame yourself.
Yep, agreed.
Do you still
agreed? 100% agree.
So are you now? If Harris loses Michigan, do you blame Imam Belal and his colleagues, or do you blame Harris?
I think there's enough blame to go around. I think primarily the blame has to go to the candidate, but I will criticize you for voting for a man who, let me give you an example. You said in your speech, he's committed to promoting family values. You've said it several times in this interview. But to be clear, this is a man who cheated on his first wife with his second wife, cheated on his third wife with a porn star while she was pregnant, and was found by a jury to be guilty of or liable for sexual abuse, what a judge said could be called rape. Are those the family values you are promoting? Is that the role model you want people at your mosque to see you endorsing?
Wallahi, Mehdi, you know, I'm afraid that you're portraying the other party as they are from the people.
I didn't say anything about the other party. I'm not here. I know you want to be whataboutism. You need to answer my question.
Let me finish.
Is Trump promoting family values if he's been found liable of rape and is a long-time adulterer?
Okay. What I'm saying, Mehdi, in the end of the day, we're not going to agree with him on everything that he did. He's 78 years old. Not everything that he did during his 78 years in his life that I agree with him. And even in the future. What I'm trying to say is, when you talk about him like that, it's like the other party, Harris and those around her. It's like you're saying that, oh, they are from the people, from the Tabi'un, or the people that pledge allegiance.
I'm just saying she's not been found liable of rape. I think, to be fair to her, whatever you think of her.
Listen.
And by the way, I'm not here to defend Harris, but you literally went on stage and said, "Hold on, can I finish a sentence?" You don't like me interrupting you, but you keep interrupting me. You went on stage. Let me finish my question, then you can answer. I've given you a chance to answer. You went on stage and you said, "We as Muslims," as if you're speaking for Muslims, "we as Muslims." Promote his commitment to promoting family values. I'm saying the man was found liable for rape.
I was speaking on behalf of all Muslims.
I didn't say all Muslims, but you said we as Muslims, so I'm asking you as a Muslim. And I'm asking you as a Muslim, as an imam, are you okay endorsing a candidate who was found liable for rape? That's a pretty big thing to support a rapist.
No. Let me, as I mentioned, we had 5 points. We agreed upon these 5 points. Listen. You're saying he's going to do this and he's going to do that, and this
he's
is just...
saying it. No, with respect. He's saying it. He's saying it, not me. Trump is saying it.
Let me finish. Can I finish, please? Can I finish at least my sentence, please? So, you're saying he's going to do this and he's going to do that. These are words. We don't know if it's going to happen. We don't know in the future if it's going to happen or not. We're talking about actions taken right now. Harris and ABC News, when she was asked, would you do anything different than Biden? She said, no. I will do the exact same thing. And she was,
Is Trump going to do anything different? Is Trump going to do anything different? He won't even call for a ceasefire. At least Harris has called for a ceasefire. He refuses to call for a ceasefire.
At least, Mehdi, you're talking about the second most powerful person in the United States. A person who says that I was with Biden in every decision that he made.
Yeah.
Including the war in Gaza.
We agree on Harris. She's bad on Gaza. We agree. I'm asking about Trump.
Said, I'm not going to change anything.
But Trump's going to do worse than Biden and Harris, isn't he? He's saying openly. He says, I'm going to let Netanyahu do what he wants. That's what he said last week. I played you the clip.
Okay. Now we're talking about things to happen in the future, and we're talking about actions right now.
Yeah, right now. Right now, he said, I want Netanyahu to have more freedom. Right now, he said, I want Netanyahu to not listen to Biden and Harris. He said it. I played the clip. We all heard him say it.
Okay. And the other party, who do you think they're going to work with?
I'm not defending the other party. I don't understand your point yet. We agree on Democrats being bad. I'm disagreeing with you on Republicans being good. Let me ask you this. We're out of time, and I appreciate you taking time out, and it's been a heated discussion. Let me ask you this. The Muslim community is very divided, as I think people can see just watching this exchange. Some people are voting for Harris. Some people are voting for Stein. Some people are staying at home, and some people like yourself have taken the very controversial step of supporting Donald Trump. After the election, no matter who wins or loses, can the Muslim community come back together again?
I think we're part of the American fabric, and we think that people are divided, not just Muslims, and these are just these are choices that are made based on what you believe, what you think is in the best interest of the community. And I believe that I think we're dealing with a lot of mature people. We're talking about we're dealing with a lot of rational people that understand that these political differences, it doesn't mean that it will cause division in the community. I mean, long-term division. No, I mean, I know people. I still have friends who think that Harris is best, and I have friends who think that she's better than both candidates. But in the end of the day, we did that based. Listen, and this is very important, Mehdi. We did what we did. It's not just that we went there and we took pictures with him and then we went home. No, we went there and we had a genuine discussion, and we had something solid. We had points that we agreed, and then he promised. So if he fulfills the promise, alhamdulillah. If not, then at least we did our best, because the other party does not have any time for us and does not have any regards for us as Muslims. Well, and listen, Mehdi,
that's not quite true. The other party is the party that has Muslim members of Congress, Muslim elected officials. Trump has none. But anyways, we're out of time. Okay, make your last point. Last word. Yeah.
One more thing. Mehdi, the Democratic Party, they have to understand that, because I think for the last maybe 10, 20 years, they took us for granted. They say, oh, listen, don't worry about the Muslims. They're going to vote for us.
True.
But now they understand. Now they understand that, no, I mean, we're not in your pockets. I mean, we have alternatives. We have other options. It's either you respect us or we have other options. Sometimes when I hear you, other people, it's like you even telling them, no, the Arabs and the Muslims, they have to be with you. And because you endorsed Ilhan or you did this or you said this good statement, that means you're going to have all the Muslims with you. That's not true. In the end of the day, there are priorities.
I haven't said that. I think the fundamental difference between us, Imam, and just so we end on a point of, half agreement, you said if it happens, alhamdulillah, praise to God. But I'll tell you this, the difference is you trust Donald Trump, and I don't think you can trust a word the man says, and I think he's conning you.
It's not only me, Mehdi. It's not only me. It's also 80 million Americans that trust him.
Yeah, and they've all been conned, sadly, and I hope you're not going to be the next victim of his con. But I appreciate you coming on to make the case.
No. 80 million, you're saying you're judging the judgment of 80 million Americans?
I am 110% judging those people, yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he conned them. I think he conned them. He lied to them. He said he would give them a healthcare plan, and he didn't. He said he would build a wall and Mexico would pay for it. He didn't. He said he would save coal mines. He didn't. He did a lot of things. He lied. He's a liar, Imam. But if you trust him, good luck to you. We appreciate you taking time out.
We have an agreement at least we have an agreement now that the points that we made were valid.
The points you made were valid. The difference is, I think you're very naive, with the greatest respect to you as Imam, to believe that Donald Trump will implement any of them. But
at the end of the day, listen, I approached him as an Imam. You're approaching all of this as a politician. We have a
I'm not a politician. I'm a journalist. But thank you.
We have da'wah. We have da'wah. We have
You've put a lot of words in my mouth today. I'm not a politician.
But listen, you're a politician, and listen,
I'm not a politician.
Listen, the enemy of yesterday is the friend of today, and the friend of today is a possible enemy tomorrow. I mean, this is politics, and we will work for what is best interest for the community. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows our intentions, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what's.
And I'm not questioning your intentions at all, just to be clear. I'm just questioning the strategy. Imam, I appreciate you taking time out to come on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming and explaining why you did what you did. We can continue to agree to disagree on this one issue while agreeing on other issues. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Mehdi. Thank you so much.
Did you like this video? Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on notifications. For exclusive content and to support our independent, unfiltered journalism, head over to Zeteo.com. Your support matters.